So today we're adding $500 worth of NanoLeaf lines to the setup. All right, let's take these frames down. I put these up like 2 years ago. Never put frames in them. Also forgot that we have to take those screws out. So we gotta do that before we put the lines up. But these are really nice frames. I might use them probably above the TV or something. So I did not realize we had to paint, but I had some extra. So let's fix those holes real quick. All right, now let's pull this desk back because we need some room to actually install these things. Everything's pretty much attached to this desk. So we should be good. So on my desk, the main power cord's running down that cable vertebrae on the right. So that's pretty much my only kind of constraint here. All right, now it's time to open them up. So we have a lot of lines. I think there's 15 in here, 3 in the expansion pack, and we have 2 packs. We also have the black covers for them too. So we can change them from white to black, see how it looks. I think the black might look pretty sick, but we'll have to actually put it on the wall and see. They, I think, are standard. So like all these packs are kind of the same. They have like the actual line piece and then like the connector, but they all look like this. So they're all just straight up lines that are white. And then I think the cover goes right on top of it. And then there's a connector, I think somewhere in here. Let's see. Yeah, so there's connectors that look like this. And then these kind of snap in, I would assume. Yeah, so these snap right in. So this is gonna take a while, but I think I have an idea for a design in mind. I think I might go with like a hexagon triangles, kind of going up the middle and then kind of branch off at the top, but we'll see what it looks like. So I know this is probably classic, but I think I'm gonna go with the hexagon style. Now the hard part, sticking them all on where they're supposed to go. So these little connectors all have stickers on them, so they just stick to the wall. And I'm thinking about just doing a hexagon at a time just to speed it up. Okay, so after an hour of putting this on the wall and testing, we're scrapping that idea and we're gonna start from down here behind the PC, kind of like this. And then we're gonna branch off of that. By the way, these are pretty difficult to get off. They're kind of like command strips, so you like pull it off, but then you can't use them again. So make sure you know where you're putting these before you actually stick them on. So I'm thinking right here. So that'll be like a full hexagon, and then we'll have another one maybe there. I think that'll look best. I'm also getting a bigger desk, so it's gonna be 80 inches across. So I think if I keep going to the right and to the left a little bit more, it'll kind of encompass that. The desk should be in, I think, in like 3 weeks. Okay, so I added a few more. So there's one here, one here. I think I'm gonna try to go up to here on the wall where the other lights are at. And I might keep this open. I'm still deciding exactly what it's gonna look like. But it's nice because once these are in, I can actually put other ones on it without securing it in. All right, so we made some good progress. I was kind of trying to bring it up to and to the right. A lot of these I can move around. So I think, see, I was thinking about putting some in the middle like this. So like an arrows kind of going left or right, or I could just leave them empty. I could also close these in. So I guess it really depends on what we're trying to do. So just to show you how customizable this is, I just took all these middle ones off and it's completely different design. All right, now that that's done, let's install the actual power outlet. So this is the same thing as the box we've been mounting onto the wall, but it has controls on it. So it has like, I guess, lighting and a bunch of other stuff like brightness, power, things like that. So we're gonna put that right behind our speaker back here. And this also has a command strip attached to it like all the others. This comes down to the bottom. And this also has a Wi-Fi, like a smart home adapter to it. So I guess it's Alexa enabled. Okay, so now it's time to open up the skins for them. So these are the black skins for all of these lights. They're really just like plastic pieces, pretty simple, but it'll help the entire wall just like completely blend in. It'll look like a design. There's also key caps, which is what I was talking about before, which you can put over the middle one. So we'll start with probably that. So these just snap in like that. And yeah, it will cover up the whole thing. So, oh yeah, this looks good. So now we can have both black and white if we want, or just all black. I'm gonna go with all black for now, but we'll see how it looks. And we're almost done. And then we can turn them on, check out some of the colors. I know these also sync with anything on my gaming PC. So we're gonna test that out too. Should be pretty sweet. Just one more up there. We'll be all done, finally. This did take me, guys, all day. So just so you're aware, well, probably not all day, but this took me from 3 o'clock until now, and I took a few breaks, but it's like 10, 11 o'clock at night right now. So it does take a while. This was, how many, 36 total lines, I'm pretty sure. Definitely took a while. So to be honest, I record my office on an angle a lot. So here, I'll show you. So you can see the white, like if I move you over here, you can actually see the white behind, see, like behind all of them, you can see the white. So I'm probably gonna end up taking some tape, like some electrical black tape, and just taking those off, because they're actual, the piece itself can just snap off, and then kind of covering it with black electrical tape. Okay, so I just connected it to the Alexa and they are working. So they look pretty sweet. Let's turn down the lights and see what they actually look like. With the lights on, you honestly can't even tell that these things are white, so I might just leave them for now. But the amount of light settings on this is pretty impressive. And it's already connected to my Alexa. So for now, I'm gonna keep them white, but I think it looks pretty good. Now let's sync it to my PC and see how it looks with some like YouTube videos or stuff like that. On the desktop app, we could actually have all our devices on here. So we have the little pegboard here that is actually off to the left of my setup. We have the monitor light, which is behind it. So I'm gonna put that behind my monitor here. Oops, right there. And then the lights, which are right above it, we're gonna put it right there. And then I have the NanoLeaf blocks too. They're like behind me off to the right, so I'm gonna put them right there. And now we can sync the entire thing together based on what is on the screen. So if we do screen mirror and enable it, it literally affects everything. So here, I'll show you guys. Yeah, so now it syncs with whatever's on the screen, which is awesome. This is gonna come in really handy when I'm gaming. So there's a gaming setting on here and it'll mirror anything that's on the screen, which is pretty nuts. So you come in here, this gaming mode, and you could actually turn on screen mirror depending on the game you're playing. Okay, so I was done recording, but I found this video of fire and it looks so sick. I had to re-record and just show you guys. The syncing is actually really good. I'm pretty impressed, but the fire on here looks nuts. So I'm assuming a game would look even crazier. So let me know if you want to see me gaming on this with all the lights. It should be pretty cool. I would say it's worth the money if you splurge. You obviously don't need these lights, but $500 is a little steep for lighting, but they are, in my opinion, some of the best lights on the market. Again, Razer and Govee have some great lights too, but the NanoLeaf app, in my opinion, is pretty good. Razer is not the best software. I have used them for a while, the Razer Chroma, but the NanoLeaf also syncs with that too. So, I mean, Test them out, get yourself like a 9 of them and test them out. If you like them, keep them. If you don't, return them, but they are pretty awesome. So the next upgrade, we're gonna be upgrading this desk to an 80-inch custom wood top. So still waiting to hear back from the company. I'm hoping that it goes through, and if it does, we're gonna have a walnut top stretching 80 inches all the way across. So there'll be more room for my PC, more room for a lot of different stuff. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.